Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Aussie today? So two important factors. The first one is that this level of 51,490 has failed yet again, and that is now the third day in a row that we've failed. So remember what I said, the third time lucky. So first time we tried to get through, second time we tried to get through, and third time we tried, and that was a proper rejection off the bar. So we've basically finished the day with an inside bar. Okay, we do have the alligators pointing up to the upside, but yeah, I suspect we do get some kind of a pullback, and the most logical area is going to be around this level of 57.90. Okay, so let's just get down to a level we can trade, and we'll use a half hour for that. So first things first, the closing range breakouts. The first trigger, which would have been long, was a fake out and a failure, and that almost confirms that this is the top of a range. Okay, so normally when you get failures at levels, it normally indicates that that is now a trading range. So you can look for the bottom, and you can see there is quite a bit of congestion and a breakout here, and then the next level is this these tails to the top here. Okay, so that's also a breakout level. So if you'd taken it to the downside, it definitely would have worked out, but you can see you would have waited for the retracement and then taken the trade. Okay, so there was definitely a good, you would have been looking around here. So you would have looked at it on a lower time frame, and you'll see what I mean. So you had a rally, an exhaustion bar right up to 76.4 Fibonacci, and then an inside bar. Okay, and that's after you broke the downside. So this was your signal for your short on the close of this bar. So that was, call it a 100-point stop loss, and for a 300-point trade. Okay, so it's a 1 to 3 trade, which is a reasonably good trade. Well, actually, a very good trade. Right, so so I think we must just chalk that down as the first fake out of the month, and just write that down in the journal. It was the first failure to the one direction, the first breakout. Okay, now for today we do have a closing range sitting down near the bottom of the range. However, if we look at the Bill Williams, we are below it. But again, I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt, because yesterday we were above it. So, you would have expected us to pull back slightly and then rally, which we did try to do, but then broke through the Bill Williams to the downside. So that is a concern. And I do suspect that if we do break, though, I suspect we'll break this range to the downside. Okay, and that's purely because of what I'm seeing on the on the 4-hour and on the daily. You can see we had a stretch to a target, and then a rejection off that target with an inside bar. Then we've got a confirmation bar. So on the 4-hour, this is all the indications are that we are looking for a retracement. Okay, and yeah, so you can see the 200 moving average is here as well. What are we at there? 5,900, and that's the 32.8 on the range. So I think it's probably going to be a bit of a tussle, but one thing to bear in mind is that 10 cents getting hammered at the moment at 3% down, and however the rand dollar, well, the rand is weaker at 13.27. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. If we just base it on 10 cent and nice pass, then we should be moving down. But with the rand strengthening, the rand weakening, it means our rand head stocks are going to be stronger. So it might actually just counteract nice pass. Anyway, pointless trying to predict the future. We don't have a crystal ball. We'll just have to wait to see what price action does at the open. Okay, so ultimately for me, I suspect we're going to get some downside. And if we do break through, let's get to this. So if we do break through this, well, I would say, let's keep it here. So I would look at the closing range as our range. So if we do break below, I would say the low of yesterday, which is sitting over here at 51,000. So we do break below the low of yesterday at 51,000. You can expect us to start tagging. First and foremost will be this level of 59.30. Then we will have 57.90. And then at a stretch will be the low of this area here, which will be 56.70. Okay, that lines up with the breakout target and the second target for the breakout. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. What the curveball that might actually happen is the following, and that might be that this area here is our trading range. Okay, so we may find some support here and then bounce up. But even on the hour, you can see how we were above the Bull Williams, well, pretty much for the last 2 days. But we now closed below the Williams and we've closed below the alligator on the hour. And we've also got this double top formation with diversions here. So I do suspect there is more downside, but the only question is how far. Are we just going to come and test these tails to the downside here? So this area here, are we going to make that our range, or are we going to come down and make this the bottom of the range? Okay, so for all intents and purposes, this is a range at the moment. So the only question I have is, where is the bottom? Okay, so that's my take on it. So I suspect we should move to that area there. Okay, so this is kind of 56.70 will be an area where I'll look for some longs, and I will be looking for shorts at the open depending on where we go. Also, depending on whether we break out of the closing range. So we're looking for a break below this level of 51,000. Okay, so hope that helps, and stay safe, keep those stops tight, and enjoy your day. I'll catch up with you later. Cheers.